Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Steph growing in Zone 6B. If you are here for the first time, welcome for the first time. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Just saw every time I get out here to record something, y'all, these animals, they be doing the most. Anyway, so I'm back out here in chilly Ohio again, getting ready to do some planting. Now, I have not planted out a lot of my tomato plants. This year, I started way more tomato plants than I could ever grow or need. And a lot of them just sat there. I didn't get to them, y'all. They just kind of sat there. They look kind of sad. But I'm going to show you what I do to help them to bounce back. I'll show you some that I planted that looked kind of sad that has bounced back. And then I'll talk through some reasons why I think these are my theories as to what they need, what I'm doing, and what has worked for me in the past. In addition to that, I'm going to go ahead and harvest some strawberries today because it's going to rain by the end of the week. And so I noticed with my strawberries, if I don't pick them, then the slugs will get them or the bugs will get them. As soon as they turn ripe, I keep my head kind of on the swivel around here to see what's ripe, because if I don't, within a matter of like a day, them strawberries be eaten by bugs, so they'll have a bite or a hole or something in it. So I'm trying to stay ahead of that. And then if I have time today, I really need to swap out some of the plants in my Dollar Tree container because some of those have gone to seed, and replace those with other ones. I also have some brassicas that I haven't planted out, and I'm going to do that today as well. So y'all come along with me. Let's get into it. I'll show y'all what I'm doing. So this right here is one of the first in-ground beds that I made when I first started my garden. This is basically just a wood border around an in-ground bed. You can see it doesn't have any height to it. It's just kind of there. So yesterday I cleared this bed out. Every year, typically I normally plant, I won't say every year, but the last, I would say a couple years, I've been planting collards in this bed. You can see over there, those collards they went to seed, and I took them out, and I didn't let them form the seeds because I need this bed for something else. When you're in a small space, sometimes you got to make decisions about spacing and what you're going to do. You can see on the other side, I have some leeks and onions growing. They finally looking good because the weather is starting to pan out, and so or starting to taper off or mellow out or whatever. So we're not having such extreme swings in temperature. It's supposed to be warmer this week, so I suspect that everything is going to pick up. But so let's get into what I'm doing. So you'll see here, my thought was, I'll plant 2 rows of tomatoes here. And you can see I'll give it up close. See how purple this one is on the back and on the front? This is a Tastemaster tomato. I don't believe that that's a fungal disease. I believe that that's from swings in temperature and some nutrient deficiencies. That's what I believe. These tomato plants, I sat them outside way too early because I was just eager this year, and so I let them go. Now this one here, that's a definite fungal disease. So you see how there's a brown spot in the middle along with the yellow halo on the outside? That's an active disease. So I don't know if that tomato plant will do well just because the leaves are so small. But I'm gonna water it in and see what it does. These ones, they look yellow as well. All of these are about the same. Some of these have fungal disease on them, like this leaf here. You can see it there, that pattern again. And then You know, they just look sad, y'all. These tomatoes just look sad. But I'm gonna tell you what I am going to do. So I refreshed this bed yesterday with some Black Cow. I didn't have any more fertilizer, so I would normally put fertilizer in the planting hole, but I didn't have it, so I didn't do it. I put the Black Cow down. That should be okay, and I'm just gonna watch them as the weather warm up and see what they do. Now, in addition to that, I normally give the tomato plants some time to bounce back. So I'll give them some magnesium, aka Epsom salt, and that should help with some of the deficiencies. Because my thought is, if you have a tomato plant growing in this little container like this, even if you give it a well-balanced fertilizer, it's not going to get as many nutrients as it does in the ground. And this one, I pinched all the leaves off. The ones that look funky, I pinched them off. But mostly what will happen is, typically it'll grow roots. I'll plant it a little bit deeper. And then tomatoes are pretty resilient. And you can see from that other plant over there that's laying down, some new leaves have already emerged. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So with this tomato plant, you see how I pinched off this one? You can see I pinched it off right here. And it'll get these new leaves on it. So I'm not so concerned about pinching them off. They do need some leaves for photosynthesis, but mostly what they need is some nutrients. Now, I will show you a tomato plant that looks much better, that I did that to a few weeks ago. So y'all see this tomato plant right here? If I bring you in close on it, you can see that it looks a lot better than the ones that I just showed you. This tomato plant looked just like the ones in this bed, and the only thing that I've done was give it some nitrogen. I didn't even give it the magnesium and whatnot that it needs. And then if I take you guys over here, these ones look even better. See how these are leafing out, greening up, and leafing out all the things. See, these look completely healthy. Now there's a little bit of fungal disease right here active. I'm just going to pinch the tip of that leaf off, and these look okay. These look okay. You can see this one is struggling a little bit on the bottom, so I'll probably pinch some of those leaves off. But that's what I do, guys. When it comes to plants, if I have let them sit for too long, that's what I do. I'll go ahead and work on them, especially ones that I know that are super resilient, and then likely they will bounce back. Now, there are some that probably won't, and so with those that probably won't, that's fine too. That's fine too if they don't. So sometimes, you get overzealous, you plant too many seeds, and you just don't get to things. And when you don't get to the things, or you put them out too early, then as a result, the plants will suffer. Now, I've left this space here in between these onions and these tomatoes, because I think I'm going to I have some marigolds and some zinnias that I want to plant out, and I'm not going to cover those. And on that side of the bed, outside of the tomatoes, I'm going to put a row of brassicas, but that'll be easy. Those will be easy for me to cover, is what I'm thinking. Because when the tomatoes get tall, I don't want to have to cover the whole bed. So, like I said, normally I would get me a well-balanced fertilizer, and I still am. I got to go out today, so I'll get some fertilizer when I go out. This Black Cow will do some good, but these plants, I want to give them a little extra love, just because they have been neglected by yours truly for so long. And so, you know what I say is, it doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't hurt to try and you know, save a plant, especially if it's still exhibiting some growth. So I'm looking at this. This root system don't really look that bad. It looks okay. It doesn't look as robust as I would like it to, but it don't look terrible either. So I'm gonna purposely dig down a little bit deeper for this tomato plant so that it can develop some more roots. It may grow a little slower, but that's okay. But I know overall the plant should bounce back. And then I water these in with some fish emulsion. Now I'll tell you, I'm not going to cover these tomato plants right now with no mulch, and it's simply because the temperature is not warm. They're not going to dry out down in this bed. They won't dry out that quickly. And so because I know that they won't dry out like that, I'm not gonna cover them. Not right now. Now, when it's consistently upper 70s, 80 degrees, then I may cover them. But since this is a in-ground bed, and this is my native soil, and it's clay, the clay is not going to dry out as quickly as a grow bag or a raised bed or a pot. So I'm not so concerned about mulching them in right now. I will do it later to preserve the moisture. And I'm going to get these watered in, and I'm going to get these brassicas planted. So I planted that out, y'all. That's that. I didn't get to water it all in because I ran out of fish fertilizer, and I got to refill up my container. And so that's what I'm gonna do. Once I refill up my water with the water and the fish emulsion, then I will go ahead and water those in and see how they do. But I actually think the bed looks pretty. It does. I think the bed looks pretty, y'all. All right, y'all. Clearly I got to do some damage control. I'm going to do the rest of this strawberry picking. I'm going to get as much as I can done in this garden. And then I'm going to go and help a friend with their garden. A friend and my two friends, husband and wife, I'm going to help them with their garden today. And that's going to be that. All right, y'all take care. Y'all get out there. I'm looking at my strawberries, y'all. Y'all take care. Get out there and get planting. Things are definitely picking up out here and looking good. And I'm going to throw some slug bait down so that the slugs don't get my strawberries. And I will see you guys on the next video. All right, y'all. Bye for now.